It is easy to legally migrate to Canada if you know which province to target and how to target the province. If you or anyone you know is between the age of 21 to 55 and you've always aspired to move to Canada legally, this video that you're watching now could be the start of your journey to Canada. You will be able to take your family with you, and you will have permanent residence given to you from your home country. And after 2 years of living in Canada, you will be able to apply for your Canadian permanent residence. And after 1 year of holding your permanent residence, you will therefore be able to apply for your citizenship. The only thing that is keeping you away from Canada now is finding a job offer in one of the occupations on this list. Additionally, there is no application fees for you to access this program. As I said before, this program has just been launched. If you really want to go to Canada, you need to be targeting the Atlantic provinces, which comprises of Newfoundland and Labrador, Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. These are some of the provinces that have the highest numbers of programs designed to bring foreign workers to come and work in the country. And I'm sure you know why they have the highest. Despite having the highest numbers of programs, they are still struggling to fill job vacancies. That is why they've just launched this program. If you are a health professional and you want to go to Canada, these are the kind of provinces that you should be targeting, in addition to provinces such as British Columbia, Northern Ontario, and the rural areas. Those are forget about Toronto, forget about Quebec, Montreal for now. These are the provinces that you should be targeting, because you're likely to get a response from these provinces easier. So, the program that I present to you today is the Critical Construction Workers Pilot Program. What is the Critical Construction Pilot Program, you may say? This program has 21 occupations. You have occupations such as welders, carpenters, bricklayers, heavy-duty operator, laborers, service repairers. The list goes on. Don't worry, I will put this link in the description section. If you are watching on Facebook and you can't find the link, contact me. I will send you the link. Once you find a job on this list and your employer offers you a contract of employment which states that you will be doing a minimum of 30 hours a week, you will be living in Nova Scotia, your employer is based in Nova Scotia, and he or she has been there for 2 years, you are good to go. Once you have the offer of employment, you will then be able to apply. Make sure you have done your express entry profile. I always advise anyone who wishes to go to Canada, the first thing you should do is your express entry profile, accreditation of your qualification. That's the second thing you should do. Those two things are must, and you need to take your IELTS test. Okay? Because once you have those things, it means that you're just waiting for the right opportunity to shoot your shot. So, once you find a job on this list, your employer, as I said before, has given you your contract of employment. You will then be able to submit on, I will show you where you submit. You submit. The Nova Scotia immigration will then send you a certificate which you will then use to file for your application to come through the Canadian Immigration Service. This is where this program gets really exciting. You found a job. Your employer wants you to come to Canada as soon as possible. Once you meet the other conditions, you will then be able to apply for what they call expediential work permit. The expediential work permit is a fast work permit because you don't want to wait for your permanent resident. The work permit, a temporary work permit, will allow you to fly to Canada to start your work whilst your permanent resident is being processed. Once your permanent resident has been processed, you will then be able to switch from your temporary work permit to your permanent resident, and everything is good. After 2 years, as I said before, of living in Canada, you're a permanent resident. You can choose to go to anywhere in Canada. There's no restriction. If your wife is going to Canada with you, he or she will not have any restriction on their work permit. That means that they can set up their own business. They can do whatever they like legally in Canada. Your children have access to free education, free healthcare, and they will be able to live in one of the most advanced and one of the best countries in the world to live. So this is a golden opportunity. Take it. We have a saying in the UK that when something comes up in the morning, before afternoon, it won't be there. Those who know what that word means, they know what it means. I don't have to explain everything. So I want to quickly summarize what I said before I show you now. The Critical Construction Workers Pilot Program is designed to address severe worker shortage. You only need to find one job, giving you a minimum of 30 hours a week. That's a full-time contract, 30 hours a week, and your employer is based in Nova Scotia. You will be living in Nova Scotia. You will not pay any application fee. The only thing you will pay is the cost of converting your document if it's not in English. The only thing you need now is to start finding a job. That's all you need. So I'm going to show you now how you can find a job, and I'll take you through the rest. If you are finding value for this video and you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Francis AZ. I do video to help people like you legally migrate abroad without needing to spend money on lawyers or agents. If you are planning to migrate abroad this year, this channel will help you to fulfill your migration dream without needing to spend money on agents. The difference between those that are achieving their goals and those that are not is having access to information and using it on time. Consider subscribing to Launch Club Media. Turn on your post notification bell on. We want to help as many people as possible to fulfill their migration dream without them needing to pay lawyers or agents. So make sure you consider subscribing and share this video with anyone that you know will benefit. Let me show you now. Okay, so this is the program we've been talking about. It's the Critical Construction Worker Pilot Program. This is a new program that's just been designed. So in order for you to apply for this program, you need to find a job in one of these occupations with this NOT code. There are 21 professions listed here. You have construction manager, home builders and renovation manager, construction and supervisor. You've got plaster, you got bricklayers, carpenter, you got roofers, heavy duty operator, laborers, and other type of trade helpers, construction helpers, material handlers. This is the list, okay? Now, how do we apply? So the first thing you need to do is to find a job in one of these occupations. Once you find a job, your employer will give you an offer of employment stating that they have agreed to employ you and you will do a minimum of 30 hours and you've agreed to come and work in Nova Scotia and you will be living in Nova Scotia. Once those conditions are met, the next thing you do is you go on this website, you will click on apply, okay? It's going to take you to this website. As you can see, the average time to complete application is 60 minutes. We're not going to go through. I just want to quickly show you. Just click on here. Okay, so it will take you to this page. When you take you to this page, I've created a page just to try it. So it will ask you for your email. Once you put your email there and your name, a code will be sent to you to verify your email. You will use that code to log back in to confirm your email. Once you've done that, you will be able to open an account with them. So once you've done that, you'll be able to start your application there. Okay, so let me quickly show you something here. I'm going to quickly show you a guide. So this is the application guide. So this is what I want you to be aware of. Okay, this is the pathway. Okay, so here it says here, some Nova Scotia, the critical construction workers pilot job offer pathway helps employers to hire and retain workers whose skills our province needs. You understand? Our province needs, because without those skills, the province cannot achieve economic growth. Some Nova Scotia employers have had troubles filling positions because they could not find a Canadian citizen or permanent resident to do the job. That is why this program came up. So you have to show that you've got minimum of 30 hours a week. That's what you're doing, okay? And it's a full-time job, and you're going to reside in Nova Scotia. So let me quickly show you something here. So this is what you have to be aware of, okay? The critical construction worker pilot job offer pathway may be right for you if you meet all these criteria. Number one, you have been offered 30 hours a week work. Your offer is within the North Code, is among the 21 professions I've just shown you. Your offer is for a permanent position. Your job, the job you have been offered is located in Nova Scotia. You'll be living in Nova Scotia. Your employer has been in Nova Scotia for the last 2 years. You are between the age of 21 to 55. You have a minimum of high school diploma, or prove you have completed the construction specification industries. For instance, if you don't have high school diploma but you have a trade certificate to show that you are qualified to do that job, that's enough. You got a minimum of 12 months experience. If you're saying you're a plumber, you have a minimum of 12 months experience as a plumber. That will do. Then the next thing is this one. So you cannot apply for this program if you meet one of these. You have been found to have committed misrepresentation in relation to an immigration application in the last 5 years. If your visa was refused, if you applied for a Canadian visa in the last 5 years, which was refused because you lied, you cannot apply. You're currently living in a country where you do not have permanent resident. Well, that means that if, assuming you are a Jamaican, you're currently living in Bermuda, if you have permanent resident in the country, you can apply. But if you are illegal in that country, you cannot apply. You are not in Canada as a live-in carer. You have not applied to immigrate to Canada on compassionate, on humanitarian ground. You haven't applied for refugee status, which has been refused. You are not on the deportation list. You are not currently studying at a Canadian post-secondary institution. You haven't received a scholarship which states that when you finish your study that you have to return to your home country. You're not self-employed. You are not a passive investor. You have not been offered a sales job based on commission. As long as you don't meet all this, you're good to go. Okay, so it's very, very straightforward. Once you find a job which is within the North Code, the next thing I need to show you is how you actually look for a job, which is what you need in order to kickstart this whole process. So in order for you to look for a job, all you do is just quickly go through this. I'm just going to quickly show you how easy this is. Say for instance, you are looking for a job here, yeah? You just you don't have to copy and paste, but this is just how I just want to quickly show you the easiest way. So you go on this website. This is the website, the Canadian Job Bank. So here you put, and you just put, just going to copy and paste here. You put construction manager here. Halifax, NS means Nova Scotia. Halifax is one of the biggest cities in Nova Scotia. So you click on search. Let's see what comes up. So this is the job that comes up here, okay? Construction manager paying 80,000 Canadian dollar. That's what they are paying. So that is the salary for that one. You have to show that you're going to be relocating, living in Nova Scotia. How do you apply for this job? So you apply for this job by emailing your resume and covering letter to this post, to that company, career@unitedgolf.ca. That is their email. This job will remain valid until the 22nd of November. The job will be there. Let me show you how you can get another job. Okay, so let's go back to this. Let's say, for instance, we're looking for a job of a carpenter. Okay, let's look for a carpentry job. Okay, let's look for a carpentry job. Carpentry job. So as you can see, carpentry job, that's what comes up. So let's gonna take that one. That one is paying 28 pounds per 31 Canadian dollars per hour. It will be, this one will be valid until the 3rd. So let's see. To apply for this one, it's very straightforward. All you need to do is you click on that place. This is actually a university that advertises this job. They will pay you 31 Canadian dollars per hour. So you click on this place to apply. So you fill in your details here. Once you fill in your details here, the next thing you will do, you will just put a quick a summary of why they should consider you here. You put your covering letter here, you put your resume here, you send it. It's very, very straightforward. So this process is very, very straightforward. The key thing that you need to focus on is to find a job which is on the shortage of occupation list in Nova Scotia in the construction sector. Once you find the job, your employer agreed to pay you, and you will be living in Nova Scotia. It's a minimum of 30 hours a week. That is all you need to start your application. And mind you, you will be given a permanent resident from your home country, which means that you have the same right as Canadian. The only thing you will not be able to do is to vote. After 2 years of living in Nova Scotia, you will be able to apply for your permanent resident, and after 1 year later, you'll be able to become a Canadian citizen. So this process is very straightforward. I hope you have found this video useful, and please share this video with anyone that you know whose occupation is in the list that are needed in Nova Scotia, so that they can also start their application. And consider subscribing to Launch Club Media. We are working tirelessly to bring you this information so that you can use them to improve your outcome and achieve your goal. We are doing all this free of charge. We want to help as many people as possible to fulfill their migration dream without needing to pay an agent. Please consider following us on all our social media platforms. Tell your friends and family about Launch Club Media. We want to help as many people as possible free of charge without them needing to pay agents or lawyers. So thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you when I release my next video. May God bless you. May God let your dream come true. Thank you.